everybody. It's Wednesday Night Live. Keisha here. Here to talk to you all. Hey, Black Seattle. Hey. There's a lot going on. I hope some people can join us. Good evening. You're here, Wednesday Night Live. Hey, Black Seattle. How y'all doing? All right, while everybody starts coming on in here, let's see. We'll have a question while people join in. I like to say that, we Black, but we all got a little bit of, that's only one dimension of our identity as people. So I want you to drop in the chat what you are Black and. You are Black and what? Give me any layer of what else is going on for you identity-wise, so we can get to know each other. It could be anything. I'm Black and a mother, Black and queer. Give me all your things, or just give me one of them. Tell me what you're Black and while you're joining in the chat. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Hey, Black Seattle. I'm gonna give us some, share some updates, share some things that have been going on, some things that I've been observing and experiencing out here in these Black Seattle streets. And then about halfway through this time together, we have a special guest who's going to join us and tell us about something that they're promoting on the Hey Black Seattle events calendar. We got Black and All. Is that All the Thug? Wait a minute. You might want to clarify. Maybe that, if you're Black and a Thug, that's cool. Let me know. But welcome everybody. Drop in the chat what you are Black and. I am Black and so we can get to know each other a little better here. Black and happy. Come on. I love people. Not in Seattle, but I'm Black though. Black and not in Seattle. I'll take it. Keep letting us know about your Black and in the comments. And I will share some things. Yeah, I haven't been on here posting as much just because work got really busy for me. It might look like Hey Black Seattle is my full-time gig, but it's actually not. I do have a day job, and so that has been keeping me really busy. So I haven't been on here as much, and I've been outside. So sometimes my Hey Black Seattle work looks like presence offline. So that's been happening. Wait, I'm loving these. Black and Snap the loudest. Black and joyful. Come on, did I mention Black and single? Now, come on now. I see what you did there. All right, now somebody is letting it be known. They're letting their status be known. Tell us your Black and while I give y'all these updates. Keep it coming. I was outside a lot. Some things that I was hitting up. W. Kamau Bell was in town. I went to his stand-up show at the Neptune. That was really cool. Black and all the things. Fun, fine, finicky, friendly, etc. Y'all are so cute. I love it. I also was out at Jollof Fest at Wanawari. That was a good time, y'all. The sun was shining, butterflies were everywhere. We were in a backyard eating rice and chicken with a great DJ. That was such a great idea. Shout out to the whole team at Wanawari for putting on such a beautiful event. Just a backyard gathering with great food. That was one of my favorite events that I've been to in a long time. And then after I left Jollof Fest, I went to Choma Fest at Jimi Hendrix Park and got to see just a beautiful array of just the beauty of the African continent. Lots of different people were there just dancing, had a great energy on stage. So I just caught a bit of a program and they were honoring an elder. It was a really lovely time at Jimi Hendrix Park. So shout out to everybody who organized that and the people who went. And then I was outside a lot. So I was also at the Beloved Community Meetup that Ijeoma Oluo hosts. This is her and Gabriel Teodros. They host every month abolitionist community meetings. And so for anybody who, for these times that we're living in, you want to move through this time with an abolitionist mindset and practice that in community, that is every month. So you just have to tap in with Gabriel or Ijeoma and on their pages and find out when the next Beloved Community meeting is going to be. I love this. So would love to see a whole bunch more people from the Black Seattle community at those meetups. All right, let's see. Somebody says they are Black and bored because I don't know where to find my people. Hopefully you can go to heyblackseattle.com/events or just the directory in general and find some more. Keep letting us know what you are Black and in these comments. I did want to share something with y'all before we bring our guests on. While I was outside, something happened. It is not the first time it happened to me out in these streets. sometimes people will pop up to meet me, or they'll come to a meeting with me, and I go in as the way I come in. I be happy to meet people, black and blessed, black and excited, and I get surprised. I get surprised by what I will call, I don't know if I should call it hostile energy, but it's something like that. It's something a little bit like that, where I'm stepping into a moment where I think I'm about to meet someone new, and they are angry at me in advance. And they're angry at me for a variety of reasons, but one of the common ones that comes up is that they're upset that I don't know them already, because they see themselves as a black person in Seattle who deserves to be or should have been more prioritized in some way than I have already done. And this usually, like, it catches me off guard. I understand what our people have been through and what it means to be somewhere and be in a place like this where people are constantly saying that we're not here and people aren't seeing us. But it is it's a lot to take in. I sit in compassion for those conversations. I give it about a solid 3 minutes or so to settle on down, because I just listen and I just want to hear people out. But to receive that energy from people when what I'm trying to do with Hey Black Seattle is help people get to know each other and help people see and just create a platform for people to expose themselves to other folks. It just gets really weird when people are frustrated with me upon meeting, because they're just like, you've never been to my establishment. Why I don't know you. And I'm just like, I don't know what to say, but I just sit there and I'm like, I'm so glad that we're meeting now. This has happened more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. So I wouldn't bring it up if it was just a one-time event. But if you are someone who is black and feeling unseen out here, I hope that you would just, tap in as much as you can. If you put yourself in the directory, I pull from that directory to try to then feed information to the people. But it doesn't really matter if I, one woman, know who you are. I have never pretended to be from this region. I've come out pretty much immediately sharing that I grew up somewhere else, and I've been here for about 12 years now. So I know a lot of people, but it's impossible for me to know everyone. So I really just want to just share that with people that, I appreciate all the love that folks send my way, and just know that it is helpful to counter some of the times where I get stuff that's not quite loving at the same time. So thank you for that. But just for everybody, if you're thinking, if you're thinking that it's an upset that I haven't acknowledged you yet, I just want you to know that whatever it is you're doing matters, whether or not one woman who runs one company has seen it already. And if we just plug into the machine that I'm trying to build, hopefully it will get there. But I know that there was more to that story that I'm not going to share, because I think it would add to some more of the division and the divisive spirit that I'm trying to work against. So I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to just let that be there. So just pray for protection, and I'm going to just be in my flow of this, processing some of those things and letting them flow through. But that is that. Other updates I want to give you before we bring our guests on. Okay, we launched a playlist for Hey Black Seattle because we get a lot of love for using the music of local Black Seattle and Black Pacific Northwest artists in many of the reels that we post on this account. Right now that's curated by me and my assistant Kat Stokes, who is also a dope musician in the area. We had a lot of fun doing it. It fills our hearts with pride. And so we're like, all right, people love this part of what we're doing, so let's make a playlist. And so we made the playlist on Spotify. Not like a couple days later, it was announced that, reported that Spotify was investing heavily in some military AI company, a startup that's all about militarized use of artificial intelligence. And that is a hell to the no for me. I already heard that Spotify was not so great in terms of how they compensate artists for their music on the platform. And so it was already kind of okay, we're going to do this on Spotify. But when I heard that about the investment in the militarized AI, given all that's going on in the world, given how just the mil, let me just leave it there. No, that's a big no for me. So we are working to take that playlist and probably convert it to something else. Right now, YouTube Music was suggested by one of our members, and that is the front runner for where I think I'm just going to port it over to. Look, there is no such thing as a perfect giant software corporation at this point. However, when it's blatant like that, when a music company is investing in a militarized AI operation, I'm just like, no, I can't do that. So we'll be moving that playlist off of Spotify and putting it onto YouTube Music, and I'll keep you posted about when that happens. All right. One more thing. This is not necessarily Hey Black Seattle related, but the Palestine Will Live Forever Festival posted that they are looking for partners. So they're looking for vendors and all sorts of things. This was a really beautiful event. I went to it last year, and truly, if you are of the Free Palestine ilk, and that event provided so much community and fuel for the soul. It's a really great event, and I think they raised a lot of money and did a lot of good. And so I just wanted to put a plug in for if anybody is interested in being a part of the motion on that front. Check in with the Palestine Will Live Forever Festival. I will tag them in the caption for this live when I post it. And get in there and be a part of a really beautiful celebration of community, a really incredible moment of resistance, and just connection with other like-minded folks. All right, so I'm gonna now check in on these comments real quick, and then in 3 minutes we are bringing in our special guest, and we're all gonna meet someone new. That's what it needs to be up here. I had asked everybody to tell me what you are black and in these comments. So I'm about to see what's here and just also check y'all's reactions to the story that I was sharing. Let's see. I apologize. You have to deal with that. Thank you. Let's see. For the you ain't never been to my business, I need folks to really work on grace and self-accountability. That's a word. A to the man. Thank you. Thank you so much. They're seeking your validation and are disappointed when they don't get it. I'm glad you allow yourself to release others' mess. Please know you are doing what you can. Others need to be better at connecting. I thank you all so much for the grace that you hold for me. There's a lot of people here. It might be a lower density of black people in this region, but it's still 300,000 plus black folks. And it might not be a black business on every corner, but it is still a lot of folks. And so it's just unreasonable to roll up on somebody in the street and be like, you ain't never been like. All right, so I'm about to look for I know I saw our special guest is here, so if you could send a request, I am gonna pull you in, and we're gonna meet someone new today. One of my favorite things to do is talk to the people, so I'm gonna see if I can. Y'all know Instagram gets a little lag thing. Hello.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, everyone. We are on with, correct me if I say your name wrong, we are on with Sabron Kyle Bradford III.
Yeah, that's the full government too. I wasn't
That's not
expecting
me.
that.
The third. Oh, yes, the third. Nice to meet you. For those who are not familiar, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I actually just saw someone in the comments say that they're from California too. I'm originally from California. I'm gonna call it a suburb of LA, which is just a way of saying Bakersfield. But I moved here 5 years ago to Seattle and connected with my cousin who was up here, got into arts, and long story short, got into curating. And so now I'm a curator who just opened a 3-month pop-up in Pioneer Square focusing on Black and queer art.
Nice. All right, we got California vibes, and you
Yeah.
are freshly planted. Like I like to say, we got deeply rooted people and freshly planted here. You are freshly planted here in the region. How has it been for you so far?
Um, some of the stuff that you said really resonated. It's different coming from Southern California where like I know where my people are. It feels like a more dense population. and then coming here to Seattle, just trying to put in roots, because that's what I'm used to, is putting in roots in the community, and finding places to do that. So it's been interesting. I've had a lot of interesting interactions, much like you described. But also it's just been fun. Like, Seattle's a great place to create and connect with people. So I've been enjoying it.
Beautiful. I agree. This is a place that has fueled a lot of my creativity, and it will always be special to me as one of the places where I felt like I had the space and the energy to reclaim a lot of my artistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
Oh no, you go ahead. This is your time.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, yeah, in terms of reclaiming my artistry, where I was growing up in the city, I was trying to be an artist for a little bit, and then it just died off. There was a lot of negativity. And it wasn't until I came here to Seattle, COVID hit, and it kind of brought me to the end of myself, that I rediscovered that artistry. And it's just bloomed and blossomed since then. So Seattle's been magical. It's been really healthy. So.
Yeah. I've had a couple people tell me that this feels like a really good place for transformation, and I wonder what that's about. I don't know if it's the terrain, the landscape, all the nature, or something is active here, where I think a lot of people do reinvent themselves a bit when they're here.
Yeah, honestly, I spent a lot of time inside, so I had to live with myself and reinvent.
He was like, I can make some changes. Me, can I talk to me? Me, we got to talk.
Exactly.
Oh, and I saw that you had, we're going to get to the exhibit and the curation, but I did see that you, do you have a podcast, or was it more of just an episode where you talked about, you were talking to other transplants in the region?
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry.
You wasn't expecting me to do my homework. You better ask about me. No.
I'm learning firsthand. So yeah, that was a really cool, it's with my cousins, and we're all transplants from Southern California, but we all moved here separately, independent of each other. Didn't even know we lived here. I have a big family. Like, I took my partner to 250 people, so we're spread out. But I ran into my cousin, and then I happened to be visiting him for Thanksgiving. Ran into my other cousin. She's a poet. He's an artist. I'm an artist. So we came together to do a show called Transplants, and just our journey here and planting roots and just finding ourselves. I don't have a podcast yet, but I'm working on getting more artists in just to do special episodes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I like how someone said, "Come as you are." Yes, that's exactly Seattle.
Yeah. Possibly the trees in the mountains. Yeah, the trees got stories, and we're feeling them. Yeah. Well, I look forward to checking out more of your special episodes. I'm very, very invested and interested in just the intermingling of all the experiences of people who have roots here. Because there are a lot of people who are deeply rooted here, and also people who are coming here, and usually for some sort of job opportunity or school. Something brings someone here. They're about to do something,
Yeah.
and they come here, and we're all here together, bringing a little something different to the mix.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm excited for this show. Is it's focusing on Black and queer artists, and everyone's bringing something to the mix. And if you all check it out, it's really exciting. Like, I'm setting it up right now. I'm in the midst of it, and it's a great show.
Yeah. So tell us more about the curation of the show and how you selected, the artists for the exhibit, and also the details of I want to say it's the opening that's coming up, or kind of.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah. So, so I'll be honest. Like, it's being Black. You have to grind. So by day I work in HR, and then by night I run a gallery. And so when it came to selecting people, I'm not in the community as much. So when you said people expect you to know who they are, I found these artists by just putting out an open call. And honestly, every single person that applied was accepted, because it's not about closing that door or being a gatekeeper. It's about giving everyone a platform to tell their story and to get discovered and get their information out there. And so it was great. A lot of it was word of mouth. We have about, I think, 15 artists represented here. And it's just phenomenal. I'm loving the artwork. Yeah.
I love the spirit behind that. So is it the 15 will be there for the full 3 months, or is it like a rotation?
So yeah, it's going to be a rotation. The 15 will be here until the end of this month. Some will stay. Some have indicated they want to be a resident artist in here long term. But we're bringing in another show in August which is focused on telling your story through, this is for the poets, by the way.
Oh,
Everyone's getting a sketchbook. So if you're a poet, if you're an artist, you have a whole month to fill out that sketchbook, and then we're putting them down on display so everyone can tell their journey about how they came to be here, what they've gone through. And it's called Dear Diary. It's up on my Instagram right now. So if you're interested in joining, feel free to reach out to me, sign up on the website, and the link in the bio. Yeah.
I'm giddy inside. I am going to reach out. I am interested in this.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. For anybody who is interested in being a curator like yourself, like how does one begin? Like that's huge to be like, I have an exhibit that's in Pioneer Square for 3 months. That feels big. How does one begin an activity like that?
I'm going to be honest. This is my first time processing that I have an exhibition in Pioneer Square. I kind of just I hit the gas and haven't stopped in like the last 3 years. But what it takes really is getting out into your community and getting to know the shop owners, because there's so many shops that want to have art and they don't know who to reach out to. They don't know how to put it together. And so my first time curating came from a relationship I have with the owner of Jet City Labs, Derek Moon.
Yeah.
He got, wait, you know him?
Yeah.
Wait.
I know a lot of people. I don't know everybody, like I said, but I know Derek.
No, I don't want to assume, but like that's awesome.
No, I'm laughing because before you got on, I was mentioning how somebody was, giving me crap in the street because I didn't know them, and I was like, I can't possibly know everybody, but I know that one.
Yeah, and I love him because he does such a great job at being a focal point for Black people in the community, and so he brought me in to do a one-night show for Pride in 2023. And actually, the artist here in the blue behind me was one of the first artists I curated. And I was able to bring them back this year and just see how they've grown in the last 2 years. But it wouldn't have happened had I not known Derek and put it out there that I was an artist. So getting on Hey Black Seattle, getting out in the community, talking to shop owners, that's the perfect way. And then talk to other artists. You can't have an ego with art. Everyone's a creative, and you gotta network and work together.
Thank you for sharing that. And for anybody who's watching who doesn't know, so Derek Moon and Jet City Labs, they are in West Seattle, and they have regular vendor markets and pop-up events, and it's connected to Revelry West. So it's hard for my tongue to say Revelry West. Revelry West. And it's the most darling, like, vibey bar dance outfit, rotating DJs through there, some of the coolest DJs. So check out Jet City Labs and Revelry West, run by Derek Moon out there in West Seattle. Thanks for that shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, when I had my first show, that's when he was opening the bar. So I hadn't even thought about that, but I kind of got to see when he was putting the work in.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Well, what is it that that you are in need of community-wise at this juncture? You got the show coming. I'm sure one thing you need is for community to come out and see the show.
Yes.
See the exhibit.
Yeah, so this program, by the way, if anyone wants to know how to do this, reach out to me. It's through Seattle Restored, and I'd love to plug you in and get you connected to resources. Because again, I don't gatekeep. But I have this pop up for 3 months. And so the big thing is getting people out for the paint and sips that we have, getting them out for special events, and then buying the art. Because what I'd like to do is stay here long term. And so the big goal right now that I'm focused on is showing them that this is a viable business so that we can stay long term and I can keep platforming Black artists and bringing in and telling our story. Yeah.
Beautiful. And how did you find out about Hey Black Seattle? When you said Seattle Restored, that's what made me think of it, because we've been talking to them about supporting Seattle Restored artists via the platform. So I was like, was it through them?
So it was two things. I left and moved to Vegas for a little bit, for about 7 months. And I had just learned about Hey Black Seattle as I was packing to move. So I've been following you all and like seeing what was happening. And then when it came time to do this, I didn't think that I could like market through. For some reason, I discounted myself. I was like, no, they don't want to worry about me. Like little old me doing this, nah. I had the opposite issue. I was like, no one wants to know me. But they reached out and they told me to reach out to Hey Black Seattle. And I was like, okay, well, if you are saying I should do it, I'm going to do it. And maybe they might have interest. And then you all reached out and I was like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. So other people who expect you to know them, I'm on the other end where I'm like, I don't expect people to know who I am.
I would say on my end, this site is discovery for me too.
Yeah.
Because when you put your event on the calendar, I just open up the calendar in the morning and I start looking and I'm just like, who's promoting stuff? Let me see who I can invite to Wednesday Night Live to come talk. And I was like, I saw a queer art exhibit and I was like, yes, let's do it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, and that's awesome. We open tomorrow night, and it's also Art Walk, so it's the perfect time to come out for it. But yeah, no, I'm so excited that you have me on here and we're able to speak and connect. And yeah, just diving into Hey Black Seattle and seeing all the events going on, I was like, oh, this is a great jumping off point to just community in general once I'm done with everything I'm doing here. So.
Yes, because when you were saying you wanted to put down roots, of course, my brain started immediately wondering, like, what kind of roots? What are you looking for? Because hopefully we have things for every sort of interest you might have on the site. So
yeah, I don't want to take up too much of the time because I want to be conscientious, but I want to explain my whole idea behind putting down roots.
come on.
So I'm gonna keep it short. It's gonna go backwards. I'm gonna bring it home. But my great grandpa, three greats, he brought a lot of people from Oklahoma to California because of the Dust Bowl, and they didn't have opportunities out there. And one of the big things that he instilled in the generations to come, and then me, was putting down roots not for yourself, but for your community. Which is why, like 60 years later, we're having a family reunion. We have people that we're not blood related to, but they're family too, because we put down roots with them. And that value has just instilled in me. So now that I'm in Seattle, a place where I have some family, but we haven't historically been here. I'm very much like, hey, come join the family. If you need something to do on a holiday, I have a plate for you. If you want to have a platform, if you want to show your art, come be a part of it, because that's what putting down roots looks like to me, is being involved with the community, with the shops, and really getting to know someone's name.
That's great. I love that. I got a plate for you. That one sentence says a lot.
Yeah. No, I love to cook. So yeah, I have a plate for people come holidays.
Oh, it's not a theoretical plate. It's a real plate.
Oh, it's a real plate and theoretical. Yeah, no, it's both. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for saying yes to hopping on here. And thank you for the work that you're doing to amplify Black and queer artists, and coming off the day job after the HR day is done, putting on your art and curation hat. We appreciate you for what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, y'all go check out the opening, the reception. This is tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Yes.
In Pioneer Square.
Yeah, Pioneer Square. It is going to be 611 2nd Avenue. Yeah.
All right. And if you forget that, just go onto our calendar and you'll see on the events calendar on heyblackseattle.com where to show up and when. Thank you so much, Mr. Bradford.
Yeah.
Mr. Saban Kyle Bradford III, not to be confused with the first or the second.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right. Have a good night. And thank you to everybody who tuned in, whether you were here with us live or you catch it on the replay. I so appreciate you. And just stay up, my people. It's a lot going on, but if we really tap in with each other, we can get through all sorts of hard things. Our people have been through hard things many, many times. And every time somebody's like, oh, Black people, they're coming for you next. They come for us first. We've been come for. So just know that there's probably information for you that can be of comfort in terms of strategy. Look, I'm just looking down as I'm talking. This is what I'm reading right now. Survival Strategies for Africans in America by Anthony Browder. This is what I'm reading. Just letting you know, like, all these books back here, it's not for show. I'd be over here just trying to learn perspectives on freedom, trying to learn perspective on resilience, perspective on just how we see each other and how we see ourselves. This is my constant study. So just keep yourself informed and keep yourself at peace so you can move forward in these crazy times, because the times stay crazy. All right, y'all have a really beautiful night. Hopefully some of y'all will check out the exhibit in Pioneer Square that we talked about this evening. And that's that. This is really delightful. So good to be here with y'all. Have a beautiful night. Catch y'all next week.